It's okay. Off your mic, it's okay. Off your mic,
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary Politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Poor man picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo.
Hello there.
Maiyegun la wa mo la mo do. Maiyegun diary.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Maiyegun live.
Maiyegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí. Maiyegun diary. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Thank you so much for joining me, and I apologize for the late start. Please share this broadcast.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Maiyegun máa wí. Ó sì tún ṣe eré, wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun diary Politico. Godfatherism.
Thank you, far too kind. Share this broadcast, like this broadcast. That is your offering. Before you settle down, read the caption, read the description as well. At a point, right, we'll likely take calls if time allows. Shege Bansa.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Let be poor. Breathe. Don't suffocate them. We have that responsibility. Let
Let the poor breathe. Don't suffocate them. Sound word or sound bite or word salad. One of the word salads. I mean, one of the words from the word salads of Tifnumbu.
If we reduce the purchasing power of the people, we can further slow down the economy. Let's widen the tax net. Those who are not paying now, if it is inclusive of Bola Tinubu, let the nets get bigger and we take in more taxes, and that is what we must do in the country.
See, I am not dancing to mock you because majority of you are Nigerians. You love to channel your frustration to the wrong direction. Okay? No be me. They'd give you the Shege. Share the broadcast. Motideo. So, good evening to you once again. Good afternoon to you and good morning to you from wherever you are watching from. It is Maiyegun and it is live. If you are watching us right on time, the prime time. Yes, the caption is kind of go off you. Nigerians were told that to revive Nigeria economy, they will need to take some very strong decisions. These decisions are not going to go down well with a lot of people. But if all of you can endure the hardship, with time, everything will just come back to normal and you begin to enjoy, because there is no money to fund some things. Some things that are actually like life and death stuff, your everyday life, things that impact your everyday life. They can no longer fund them. They can't fund education anymore, they just said, because Nigeria has no money. So it was an easy, no, it's not an easy sell. People believe that they are liars, okay? But it was an easy line for all these social media bandits, Facebook adsmen. When they enter you and say, hey, now we must sacrifice. We must sacrifice. They said the same thing under Bukwari. They said the austerity measure where your life started changing gradually for the worse. Nigeria is the example of it too. And this one has nothing to do with blood of Jesu Omo Merio. It was gradual to what Nigeria has gotten to today. When they started this generational, I mean, the generational destruction that APC Egbekegbe represents in 2015 or from 2015, when people come out and they say, I went to market yesterday. Can you believe that a bag of semo is now 1,500 from 800? A bag of rice is now 10,000 naira from 7,500. Okay, what do you expect? It's called inflation. Do you want the price to stay the same? By the time Bokwari and APC Egbekegbe finished when they finished their policy, Nigeria will no longer even care about food inflation anymore. That's what they said though. They are going to grow agriculture, food go boku, corruption go stop, jobs go day, and the hardship that all of you are going to face under Bokwari is just.
We have no blinker of electricity. They spend more than $60 billion. They forget that transmission line is a super highway for generated electricity and power. They could not even make a down payment for a roasted corn for that electricity. We have no blinker of electricity. They spend more.
In case I apologize for that, sort of a break again, I'm still very much on it. And when people said a bag of rice is now 20,000 naira, these Abobakus, Buharidins, Buharididiris, the Buhari idiots at the time, they started asking people, must you eat rice? Shege no dey there. Everybody's coming out. Everything Buhari. We are not selling market again. Buhari. People cannot buy food or eat again. Buhari. Shena Buhari talk say, may you go upon many children you cannot take care of. They started turning on people. They once told that they should endure. Buhari, things have destroyed a lot in Nigeria, Jare. Buhari cannot just change everything overnight. APC is twinned. The people who were telling you that for 8 years, 8 years, they watched APC, Egbekegbe, led millions of Nigerians into perpetuity of poverty. Are you following? And after that, they started blaming the same Nigerians they told to give APC small time. Year 1, year 2, year 3. Rather than the people to get anything back, they started strangulating them. The life is unbearable. If you don't get job, you don't get money. You can't patronize anybody. You can't buy anything. And if you don't buy anything, the traders, all of them who call themselves traders, businessmen and women, their business will die slowly. That's how so many businesses died. Slowly. Patronage. They destroyed Nigeria. Even though, when they destroyed Nigeria, they started blaming Nigerians for the destruction of Nigeria. Buhari meant well. Some bad people are the people who didn't let him do well. Same people who told you to give them space, endure the hardship. Last, now Conga soak away of hardship, then dumped Nigerians. So they returned with the renewed scam. Let the poor breathe. Do not suffocate them. People are dying at home right now. In Nigeria, they are dying mostly silently.
Let the poor breathe. Don't suffocate them. We have that responsibility. Let the poor breathe. Don't suffocate them.
Many people are in the bank because many people are dying. Everything are doing. Pressure ti wà. Mbazo Yoruba. Gbogbo nǹkan ṣẹlẹ̀ ń lù yìí. Pressure ti wà. Èyìnbó kò ṣe sọ. Ṣé ìlú lé? Fún wa lówó wa, ànówó ẹ̀wá sọ wá di lazy youth. Náà ẹ sọ wá di lazy youth. Òun ni mo wà ní táìmù yìí tí mi ò lè lọ bí iṣẹ́. Kò sówó. Èmi kọ́ lè. Many people are in the bank because many people are dying. Everything are doing.
Again, I do apologize for that interruption. Okay, so they came back with the renewed scam. It's not hard to tell. Like, it's just like a bunch of thieves, right? Promising that they are going to keep your belongings safe And they even promising that if you give your belongings, the safety of your belongings to them, right, they will multiply it for you. And then you know they are actually a bunch of thieves, never do well. So you still gave it to them. And you are telling yourself that I just hope they will do what they said they will do. I just pray that they will double my trust. I will get something back. That's exactly what majority of you are doing. Whenever you are trying to defend these criminals, when they come out to tell you what you want to hear. Renewed scam. Let them define it. Let them explain it. They can't. It's just the same old, you know what I mean? Trick of promising same thing that they fail to do. Telling you that they have come back now, they can. I mean, they are going to, you know what I mean? And if you don't believe them, if you want to judge them because of the past lies, okay, look at all of us today. I am not the one who was there yesterday, even though I supported everything they did yesterday. But it's not me. Don't worry. Me, I am different. Then you expect them to do the right thing. It's so obvious. Renewed scam. Tinubu never debated anybody. He never actually discussed his plan on the problems of Nigeria during your campaign. He was dancing. You knew that. So where do you want that? Where do you want that? Or this other than, where do you want all of this change or difference to come from? From them? So they removed subsidy. Because the only thing they continue to amplify is that they pay money to some people. And therefore, they want to stop paying it so that you can go and just go to the, don't worry, petrol will be everywhere. They have already failed, though, in delivering that key structure where Nigeria is refining our own crude, locally. They've already done that. But they are coming out to now promise and say, don't worry, we have said everybody should do, you'll be fine. Forgetting the fact that millions of Nigerians would depend on what you call the daily kill and eat. If they don't go out to kill, they can't eat. Which means if they don't go out to go and walk, earn something, right? It means that they can't eat. Now, whatever they are going to earn, right, the value of what they are going to earn will determine the value of life they are going to live. So when criminals devalue or destroy your economy, devalue your money, come make jobs scarce, which means you are now poorer. Do you get that the whole thing? So anything that is going to make that your poverty add life, more harder, ordinarily should be avoided. But that is not these criminals. This is what they do best. So why would they stop? Why should they stop? Why should they begin to now be nice to you? Because you feel like you have suffered enough? Is that what you think? Oh, I mean, they can see that we have suffered enough. They said they will do better now. They said they don't need our money now. They promised that once they remove subsidy. So once they remove that, it simply means your go and come will be affected. They don't care about that. The little you are making to survive in an already hyperinflated economy, where the value of your money is almost next to nothing, then you remove something that will further devalue that money and further put you in excruciating position. And they said it's going to be for a little time, that you need that. You need to sacrifice that. You want to use that money to build the things that the past people didn't build. And you believe them. That's my own problem. A lot of you will be pretending that you are intelligent because you just listen or you just read something that some criminals put together and they put online in the name of policy for politicians who had no any real human development record do, other than to tell you that they build bridges, they build this road, they build this hospital, they build the electricity, yet you have none. No good roads, no good hospitals, they won't use them. They wrote all their jargons in these papers. You, ex-party, I am a mechanical engineer. I am a civil clinical. I am a clinical expert. When I read that manifesto, I believe if they can do that, Nigeria will change within 6 months or there. You believe criminals who are, it is their career. This is what they know. Their family, every one of them they are part of the whole thing. They now put something together to say, we are going to care for you. Okay? But we just need you to sacrifice just little more. Sure you get? So what are they going to sacrifice? A lot of you didn't even ask. Hello? Okay, if we decide to, if you remove subsidy now, what are you going to do about the monumental, the ridiculous pay you pay yourselves in this poor country, where a senator is any more than the salary of the president of the United States, and in the poverty capital of the world, the criminals who are doing all of this, they are telling you that they are working, they are sacrificing a lot for you because they want you to sacrifice too. But the reason why you have no real thing to support people, to improve your lives, to improve everything around you, is because every resources meant for such have been stolen by the same people who came back. They will write the budget, they will do all of that, they will go and borrow money in your name. Everything will disappear, you know that. So they came out and said, all of us, we have to sacrifice. This country, we need to make sure that, but they are not. A senator in Nigeria is getting paid more than the president of America in the poverty capital of the world. And a lot of you have no problem with that, Abi, because they promise that once you sacrifice a little, just little more, and that little more, Sheme can explain the little more. The little more is that if you used to have a car that you think you had the comfort, and at this little more, a lot of you have already sacrificed your cars. Because why do you need a car? When your other colleagues, in your office, other colleagues have cars. Why do all of you need the cars in the first place? When you can just do some pick me up on your way to work, drop me off on your way home, and you can contribute money and for that person to buy fuel in his car. To you, you are adjusting. Man, that's a very good economic sense. Why haven't I thought this in a long time? I should have been doing this a long time, Oh, thank you, APC. You have just taught me a very good economic sense. Because of this economic hardship, I just discovered that I don't need a car. Yes, that's a very positive energy we expect from people. But that's not just for those who get car. For those of you who don't even get any public transportation. Now, from that your little job, when you now do the old, just little sacrifice they're asking you to sacrifice, you realize that to transport yourself to your business place, to transport yourself to your work, is now almost consuming almost 60% of your earning. What thing you go do now? There are other expenses that are also going up. This one are just transportation to go and earn money. You want to go and earn pay. To go and earn money, you now pay more money to transport yourself. What are you going to do? Baba, I don't go buy keke. I just, smart me, just bought keke. Because he had no strength of saying, is that the little sacrifice you're asking me to give, Abi? Okay, I don't go buy keke so that I won't need to be paying transportation anymore. All the risk associated with Nigerian roads, all of that, I shall just go buy keke. That decision has forced you to adjust the little sacrifice they said you should make. Your school, your children in their school, they will call you and tell you they also have responsibilities too because of what they just announced. Okay? And because of this, they would like you to know if you want your children to continue to have this education, you have to pay more. Okay? I will pay more since it is the little sacrifice I have to pay for Nigeria to be better. Yes, I will pay more. So you adjust to that. Now, other things are also going to, then the feeding and the rest. That's how you are going to do adjustment. But not be everybody could be able to adjust. So you are happy, not that you are even happy or not. It's like you have no choice. You have to make adjustments. A lot of you who used to unwind on weekends. Thank God it's Friday. TGIF. Abi, you have cancelled your thank God it's Friday since APC Egbekegbe told you to be making sacrifices, that you don't need any comfort. You should live within your means. And a lot of you are making those adjustments as they were pushing you along the line. No be so? And you see all of these little things and big things. And as they become more and more and more harder and harder to actually cope with your everyday life, they don't give a shit. You know why? They continue every year. They will publish it. Overhead expenditures, salaries and packages for this and that. So amount of money. National Assembly of Nigeria, they have 360 House of Representatives members. They have 109 senators. Add them together. Wait a minute. 469. Now, 469 people, human being, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because they have honorable at a distinguished or senator in front of their names, they alone, as well as your executive, where Bokwari used to be, now Tifnumbu, then go further into all other MDAs, blah, 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 they give the money to. All of them alone, they are taking the 1/3 of Nigeria budget, yearly budget. Let me explain that to you. When you go back and start looking at how much they continue to allocate for themselves and how much they allocated for things that actually affects you, structures, infrastructure that actually will impact and improve how you live as Nigerians. And then you go back and check out the implementation of those budgets. Okay. A budget of 15 trillion. 1/3 of that is 5 trillion. Now you have 5 trillion for these few people. You have a 5 trillion to fight terrorists that they indeed are protecting or So then you have 5 trillion for the rest of you, 200 million people. How do you think you have the better or best education system? Why do you ever imagine in your life that you have a standard or better healthcare system through that arrangement? How do you ever even think that it is possible, right, to run a country that indeed care for our people by such arrangements? It's impossible. Now, when you now see the execution of their budgets, when it comes to paying themselves that money, it is executed like 100% paid. That part of their budget implementation. They will say the payment for their own money, emoluments and the rest, 100% paid. The money for the defense of Nigeria, 100% paid. The money for, executing infrastructure, development, human development, and indeed improving your economy, 21% implemented. Because every project they put on every year, must not be that you can't complete it. You must not complete the project because next year they must put it in that budget again, and next year, and the year after, and the year after. So if you do the good job and you complete it, what is Tifnubu going to come and award? What project do you think is coming to award? If everybody is coming in to fix it and fix it and fix it, what would the next person coming to fix? That is the mentality of the Nigerian politicians and their supporters. the mediocrity aligned with that. So they have nothing to give back. Subsidy. Yes, subsidy must go. Yes, we must know that. So you remove subsidy. And then you started thinking, what should we do to help them? To help to stop all this noise that people are crying. So you didn't think about that when you sat together with your team and you said, we are removing it. We know the effect of this. We know a lot of families that are going to really suffer, that are going to, and we know that they are already suffering right now. Just announcing it alone, we know what that is going to be on these people. We know we may not be able to cover all the effect of all of this. We may not be able to help everyone, but at least let there be a reasonable thing that people can actually access without any stress after this announcement. And indeed, let's make sure that we are improving on any solution we are providing, just to make sure that, number one, we are not going back to that subsidy, and number two, we maintain any kind of a policy that work to help cushion the effect of this removal on our people. They didn't do all of that. They make the announcement, then they now started saying, what should we do? Should we increase salary? Oh, we don't have money. When it comes to increasing the salary of you workers, whose transportation cost has increased now, house rent will increase, food price increased, hospital bill, if you go sick now, don't just go sick anyhow. And they tell you, although nobody can control what what a man can be, but no go they do any demo to say you won't go sick, you won't go hospital right now. Easy. I'm just saying, do everything to remain healthy. Because if anything lead you to hospitals today, a lot of you will realize that you are just this tiny inch away from poverty. You still have your life around. If they ask you, you will say, thank God, Baba. Baba, we are thanking God. Baba, say Nigeria no easy now, but we are thanking God because you are still managing to get through all of this. Sure, you can understand. But one little slide, that they need to go and do some scan, go and do some tests for you, go and do this and that. You see, around that time, that's when you realize what these guys have done. To pay for your own healthcare to be alive, you will realize that you are just so tinily close to poverty. Because when you get to a stage where you have to start selling your own properties to stay alive, how far are you then from poverty? That is the ripple effect of what they are doing. So if you are comfortable right now, you are still driving. Baba, I know they go anywhere too much. In this period of this thing, Baba, you know something, subsidy has to go. Let us agree. When they are talking about it, you are joining them. Baba, let me tell you something, yeah? Let me tell you, that subsidy is corruption. I appreciate President Tinubu for removing subsidy. Because, Baba, let me tell you something, Let's remove subsidy. We cannot be living like we are okay. Nigeria is poor. Because you are okay, Abi. You said they joined the conversation, Abi. You are just a tiny slide away from that same poverty. Yeah, it's not that it's not actually that hard. So when they announced this whole thing, they now started thinking of, should we now increase your salary? No. If we increase salary, there is no money. There's no money to increase salary. Let's look for another thing. Let's go and borrow money and give money to some poor people. So that when we give to some poor people, so that other people will find their way. It is the same thing with education loan, student loan. They are calling Idon. You are joining them on such comment on social media. You said they shout Idon. You did 100 level, 200 level for Nigeria school. They shout Idon, student loan, Idon on social media. They announced it, student loan. When people started probing what they put together, the fraud they put together, they said, we are still working on it.
He don't cast, last. Everybody go chop breakfast. 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 He don't cast, last.
They are shouting, they don't. You they shout, they don't. You don't know that you are the one they want to dupe. The plan is that way now these days, everybody now realize that they are actually planning to remove that little favor that some of you are still enjoying that they call maintenance, what do you call it, maintenance fund or whatever. Now you are going to have school fees. But it's a good thing now. If you cannot pay school, you can just go and borrow money. Now then you go find out, say, Baba, they have your student loan. Once it comes to effect, you will end up, they are pushing you straight away from classroom to under bridge Agbero. Olo, is that not what you have already? Say, listen to me, don't talk to me like that. Say, sorry, bros, you go school. Say, I'm a graduate of a mechanical engineering. I'm a graduate of I am a graduate of other nonsense that some of them are parading about. Why you can't do conductor? Of course now, because I can't find job. I can't find work. That's why I have to do something, I'm a grown-up man and I want to help my family. So that's what I'm doing. I say, Baba, you don't bring accents now. You where they do, you're the Ojota. You don't change accent, bros. Say, yeah, now, if you don't get stronger, if you do this job, graduate where they do conductor, graduate where they do Okada riding, graduate where they do Keke Marua. Graduate, come they talk, say, see, my brother, let me tell you something. I'm a graduate like this, as you are seeing me so. And because I don't get work, I don't get job. That's why I decided to become a Marua driver. As you are looking at me right now, some people may be looking at me anyhow. Brother, I have this Keke Marua. I have 5 of it now. I have other 4 people where they deliver for me. Yeah, I went to Ife. Ife now. Yes, Ife. I'm making. You went to Ife. You are now driving Keke Marua. You now have 5 Keke Marua. Yes, my brother. If you see, a lot of people are just wasting their time in school. When I was in school, I used to waste my time too. But look at me today. I have 6 children. 6 children. I have 5 Keke Marua. He's proud, but he didn't know what Nigeria has done to him. He didn't know, and he may never know. So is that not what they do? Proud Keke Korope owner. Graduate, somebody we went through ASU strike, NASU strike, APSU, NAPSU, and all those nonsense because of these criminals who will never fund education. You finally graduated, job no day. You are either going to go and work as a casual laborer inside the Indian factory, Pakistani factory. All of these people will be Chinese factory. Graduate, and they will be telling you, Baba, let's just thank God. I still thank God for my life, my brother. Nigeria destroy you. You are thanking God for your life because you don't know the damages they have done to you. A lot of you like that are watching me right now. Nigeria forced you to take up another thing that is completely different from what you set out to be in your life. And you call that the survivor because that's what Nigeria represents. Now, that same school, hundreds, if not millions of those young people who have aspiration, who have dreams, they told them student loan. They're going to make it easier for them to go and get education. But no, they are not going to make it easier for you. It's a complete fraud. Of course, some people will get it. Majority of you won't. And if you don't get the loan, you don't pay school fees, and you can't afford it, what is next? You drop out. A lot of you will drop out of school in these coming years. Trust me. If you are smarter enough, you will know that none of these things were planned to favor you. So the news now broke today and they said, breaking news. People will tell you, say, make you endure hardship. They don't increase their own salary. Where are they going to see the money to pay themselves? Well, they can no longer survive in Nigeria of today. It is hard. It's hard, though. All of us elected there, all the elected officials in Nigeria, politicians. Do you think they are spirits in it? They are human beings like you. All of you are complaining about this, about that. Everything is expensive. This one, they are not human beings too. So they sat together, and an agency, a political agency, that is anybody who works there is from the political recommendation or political patronage of wherever they belong to. So in January 2023, they put together a package. And that package, they call it Upward Salary Review Package for all the elected officials in Nigeria, from president to vice, to senators, to reps, to judges. Judges are not elected anyway, but including judges, all the judges in Nigeria. Then down to the governors, their deputies, the status of assembly members, political appointees, board members. If you are appointed into any board or federal board today. So they put that package together in January, they made the announcements. Buhari was still in charge of Nigeria then. So the plan was, once they sign it in Abuja, okay, they expect all of the 36 states in Nigeria to sign the same salary review, upward salary review, something. So, and it's like you, the honorable governor, and they say, Mr. Governor, you see this law, we need to increase your salary, and we want you to please help us make sure they sign it. All of you House of Assembly members, whatever we are paying you right now, we want to pay you ×2 of that what we are paying you now. But we need you to sign it if you want, or you don't want. Say you want. Majority of them will never talk to you about it because they all want it. So when they finished the package in Abuja, they took it to the states, that the states should do something about it. In a broke country, poor, impoverished country. So somebody came to me and he said, Maiyegun, stop saying that Nigeria is a poor country, Charade. This country is rich. It's only these corrupt people that are making Nigeria poor. Shoti Logun, shoti monle. She want him monle kwe we rating share. They don't know for house. Nigeria is a poor country because these criminals, they have wrecked Nigeria and they have made Nigeria poor. Nigerians are the poorest people on this surface of the earth. Shall you get now? Nigerians, in case if you don't understand it well, with these criminals and everything they have done, Nigerians, they are the poorest people on earth. Nigerians are the poorest. That you are telling yourself that Nigeria has natural resources. Nigeria has kinikon. My people, it's only corruption that shows shireni. Our lẹ́yìn ti mọ̀ pé wèrè ń ṣe ẹ́. Kí là ń sọ, kí ló ń sọ? Your natural resources, your kinikon. How far has that helped you? How much help has that done for you? How much wealth or prosperity has that brought to the people, ordinary people? Apart from you telling yourself you are biggest, you have resources, you have kinikon, it's only the poor. So kí là ń sọ, kí ló ń sọ? What are we saying? What am I saying? What are you saying? What are we saying or what are you not saying? Anyway, it's just that, you know what I mean? That's what they did. Sacrifice. Sacrifice. Because we want to fix Nigeria. What about you? What are you sacrificing? Oh, no. You know, we cannot work under poor condition. The hardship in Nigeria affects us too. If you want us to make Nigeria better, we need better money. We also have people in our lives too. And you know that an average politician in Nigeria, they want to turn to the Arishekola Adedibu, to the people that they call their people, constituents. Honorable won't come back from Abuja with all the money he's managed to corner for himself. And they want all of you to come and queue outside these gates. Where you'll be hearing, whoa, 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 mad people. They want to come and say, Honorable to around. Please, sir. Anytime Honorable come back, please let me know. I want to come and see him. My husband, we have, he since he lost his job, he's been having this, high blood pressure. And we didn't have money to pay for medical this. They said that Honorable is a very good man. He has been helping people. Say, please, Oga, I beg, when next Honorable come back from Abuja, please call me. Now, you where they beg that gate man. That gate man knows that there are other like 1,000 or 2,000 people that are always coming to the gate to come and check if Honorable day house. Those who want to pay house rent, those who are looking for a job, those who wanted to pay school fees, those who want to, whatever you wanted, let's go to Honorable. That Honorable is now fighting for that in Abuja to say, hardship day everywhere. We have all the people who depend on us now. My family and in my constituency.
And the only way out for us is to continue to do that in the next 4 years. This particular aspirant, as you all know, you can go and check it, the records are there. This is somebody that has been arrested for spending fake American dollars in a nightclub in America. And he's been detained for months. And he knows that he has won mock shots for months before this whole thing was quenched. He's also known that he doesn't have the competence to do what he's being propelled to do. The records are there in Bagara General Hospital. This is somebody that has gone for.
So they want to live like that. So yeah, it's the same argument. Should we increase the salary of the workers to complement this hyperinflation? No. Where are we going to see the money? Where are they going to see the money to pay for all of that? Should we review the salaries of elected politicians? We have to, because Nigeria is tough. Nigeria is hard. And that's what brought about the news today. Now, breaking that down. The president of Nigeria. Okay. Before we get to that. So the Bokwari's government, they didn't sign it. But when Tifnubu came in, it is one of the things that the presenter said, Oga, in this idea, if you are looking for money, if you want money, go, bunje money, sir, now here it is. Here you get, sir. If you want to know where other people know to know, where you want to, and here you go, we will do that one, sir. Yes, sir. If you want to make sure that this particular things, it go this way, and like this way they do, I'm here inside this place, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, okay. So, sir, if you want to get yourself, if you want to pay yourself more money, and you want the politicians, all of these criminal politicians, they are all, sir. Now, isn't there go shop that they find? Honorable Senator, sir, there is nothing like that here. Now, shop with the shop for here. But if you want shop,
No shop alone, no die alone. Let's start with just show to them, say, food go day. Make them calm down. You need their support, and everybody, you go take care of everybody. More increase their salary. Are you sure? We get money to do that. Baba money day, we get money. Well, it's just that the money is not for everybody. Share you guys are. Right. Okay. So what is it going to cost us to pay ourselves more? Don't worry about it, sir. It's covered. You are covered. You are very covered, sir. Okay, you bring the document, signed it, and they published it. You are reading about it now. Meaning from 4 million that they were paying Tifnumbu. They are paying Bokuwari. Tifnumbu will now be paid 8.1 million and a basic salary. Don't let that fool you. Don't let that fool you. The salary of House of Representatives member, basic, is 750,000 naira. You know, reach 1 million. Those honorable with the big men. No, that's not why they wanted to be honorable. That's not why they became honorable. 750,000 naira. You see that, what do you call the senator and all of that, their salary to no reach 1 million. 950 or something thousand. Your state governor, legally by law, basic salary state governor is about 1.2 million. Deputy governor is maybe under 1 million too. Basic you. Yeah, I know. I know saying that's a lot of money. You haven't heard the full story. Basic on pariwo. Ha! Basic mean this is your salary. Then there are other things that comes with it. So they use that basic to build other things, which they now call emoluments, that goes to individual politician based on any political office they are holding. I'll give you an example. And don't pretend that you have never heard them before. This is just me trying to rejig our memory here again. They have increased their salary by 114% after announcing austerity a few days ago. And they ask Nigerians to endure small hardship more, just small, because money no day. So the salary of the president, which was 4 million or 3.8 million or thereabouts, the salary of the president basic now is 8.1 million by this increase. Now, as the president, they now develop other structural way of paying you. So here are the few of them. Wardrobe allowance, so that the president can be able to buy cloth and wear cloth, because he know they wear cloth before he became president. So he need cloth. So to now buy cloth for the president, we need 300% of his basic salary. What that means is that you will now say 8.1 million times 300 divided by 100. So whatever that gives you is the money meant to buy cloth for the president.
Many people are in the bank because many people are dying. Everything are doing. Pressure ti wà. Mbazo Yoruba. Gbogbo nǹkan ṣẹlẹ̀ nlu yìí. Pressure ti wà. Èyìnbó kò ṣe sọ. Ṣé ìlú lé fún alówó wa ànówó wá sọ wá di lazy youth. Now ẹ sọ wá di lazy youth. Òun ni mo wà ní táìmù yìí tí mi ò lè lọ bí iṣẹ́. Kò sówó èmi kọ́ lè. Many people are in the bank because many people are dying. Everything.
Yeah. That's just for buying clothes. To buy, that's wardrobe allowance. For the president of the country, to keep him safe, and also for the president to be able to keep Nigeria safe, we need to pay him some security votes so that money, he can use that money to help keep Nigeria safe. That's for him to use. We need medical allowance. For medical allowance for the president, that should be 1,500% of his basic salary, because that arrangement, he will need to go abroad. And how much is 8.1 million naira? Do you want him to go and use his salary to go and treat himself? He's the president, for goodness sake. So we need to pay him money in case if he's sick. Therefore, we're going to pay him every month. 14, 15 million naira. That's just for his medical. To read newspaper. I mean, come on now, let's get serious. Should you expect president to be reading newspaper, ni? But if we have a president that is ready to read newspaper, we need to pay him. So we will have to pay 200% of his basic salary for him to be able to read newspaper about what is going on in his country. He's not going to buy the newspaper. There's another arrangement for that, to supply newspaper to every office. That's not him. But when they put the newspaper in his office to read the newspaper, we need to pay him. Ridiculous, Abi. You think it's funny? It's not funny, because you know when we say Nigeria is a joke, that's what we mean. Also, this elected politician, to be a politician is not easy. To be a rep and senator, do you think it's easy? Do you think it's easy to be a senator? Do you think so? There's hardship. We need to pay them hardship allowance. So that we'll say we are sorry that you are facing hardship, 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 facing hardship.
Oshoni, ajeni, elebologun ni, amaniseni ni, afaimaniseni ni, wọ́n á fi yín sílẹ̀. Oshoni, ajeni, elebologun ni, amaniseni ni, afaimaniseni ni, wọ́n á fi yín sílẹ̀. Oshoni, ajeni, elebologun ni, amaniseni ni, afaimaniseni ni, wọ́n á fi yín sílẹ̀. Oshoni, ajeni, elebologun ni, amaniseni ni, afaimaniseni ni, wọ́n á fi yín sílẹ̀. Oshoni, ajeni, elebologun ni, amaniseni ni, afaimaniseni ni, wọ́n á fi yín sílẹ̀. Oshoni, ajeni, elebologun ni, amaniseni ni, afaimaniseni ni, wọ́n á fi yín sílẹ̀. Oshoni, ajeni, elebologun ni, amaniseni ni, afaimaniseni ni, wọ́n á fi yín sílẹ̀. Oshoni, ajeni, elebologun ni, amaniseni ni, afaimaniseni ni, wọ́n á fi yín sílẹ̀. Oshoni, ajeni, elebologun ni, amaniseni ni, afaimaniseni ni, wọ́n á fi yín sílẹ̀. Oshoni, ajeni, elebologun ni, amaniseni ni, afaimaniseni ni, wọ́n á fi yín sílẹ̀. Oshoni, ajeni, elebologun ni, amaniseni ni, afaimaniseni ni, wọ́n á fi yín sílẹ̀. Oshoni.
I'm so sorry. You know, I don't know what happened. I did some settings. This is me trying to stop all the flickering, right? So I did some settings on my system today, and it is so ridiculous that it keeps freezing like every second. There. I apologize, okay? But again, we need to pay these people hardship allowance. Okay, how much we will come pay them now? Say for being the rep, for the hardship. You know, that one not too much. Not just 300% of their basic salary. So you hear the story where they will tell you a senator goes home with at least 30 million naira.
Pastor, oko ọlọ́pàá ń ṣọ́ pastor. Àwọn ọmọ ìjọ sticker ló ń ṣọ́ wa. Àṣé kò rí pé orí wa ti burú. Ìwọ má dídá o, ìpápá ẹ̀dá orin. Jẹ́ kí wọ́n báìbù tán jẹ. Kò jẹ́ gbèsè àgbẹ̀tọ̀ àbí kò gbẹ́rì tí kò gbé tí a fẹ́ jókòó tẹ̀ rà. Gbẹ́rì tí bá yọ píù. Àwòyí àárín. Mo mọ̀ ní pé wà nínú báìbù pé ìgbà tó fẹ́ mú Jésù kọjá ní àárín òun ògèrí Jésù. Kí ni Jésù lò? Àfẹ́ rí ló lò. Ìwọ má dídá ayé bàjẹ́.
I know pressure tiwa smart that we keep having that interruption, but don't worry, I get us back. I'll get us going or keep us going. So this story about them having a senator collecting 30 million. That some of you have probably felt like, how is that even possible? Are they stealing them? Are they kind of stealing? No, they are not. They have put all of this together behind the scene, that when they now work everything all together and they get, this is how much they get. And it's actually how much they get after they also pay tax, because they remove taxes from their money. I have to say, I have seen their pay slip. I've seen a pay slip of a senator. I've seen pay slip of the rep. I've seen pay slip of a governor. Some of them are actually online, by the way. But think about what 114% mean to somebody who was collecting 30 million, making supposed legit authority stealing legit 30 million a month. So Bokwari, that was taking home over 45 million, that the one they put together as that package based on salary, not others. Tinubu has now signed the one that he will be taking home this issue of salary every month, with all the arrangement that comes with it. He will be taking home over 80 million naira. The shitty man will be taking home over 60 million naira every month. The one that he doesn't even have to say anything, it's just there for the next every time he's there as your president. Money no deal. Sure you get. These rogues, right now, the National Assembly members themselves, they just got paid 29 or so billion naira. Because, they need to go and look for houses. They need to go and look for this and that. This money is like welcome money. True story. Nearly 30 billion naira were released to people who are not up to 469 people in these last few days. So that they can go and settle down. They need to go and, they need to go and rent house or whatever they want to do in Abuja. That is what they have done for them. So where they are all searching for houses right now, they just received the news that their salary will go up by 114% or more. Hey, this is the new Shege. And they said it is just the beginning. Well, it is just the beginning. I can attest to that myself. Judges who majority of you are looking forward to probably chasing away these criminals, they also received the news that Nigeria may be broke, my lord. My lord. It doesn't matter that if Nigerians are falling into poverty even more. My lord, now your own share be this. 114%. The elder statesmen, which people they call elder statesmen in Nigeria, they are the past president, especially past president. The law in Nigeria says if you are past president of Nigeria, you get paid if not the same, what they pay the current sitting president in Nigeria, it will be almost something so similar to it. As a former president and you and your family, for the rest of your life, Nigeria will continue to fund your medical bills for the rest of your life. How easy do you think it is for them? Do you think it's about the money they stole 30 years ago, 40 years ago? That is why they are able to, they can afford all this foreign medical treatment that you see some of these old criminals dying outside Nigeria. Do you think it's actually all the money they stole then? These are all the secret arrangements they've made for themselves. And there are those that will never come out and tell you, why are you doing this? They will tell you to sacrifice. Sacrifice for Nigeria. Sacrifice. Like, they have abused that word so much, yeah? And a lot of you, the humbled slaves, you are telling yourself that Rome is not built in a day. You need to sacrifice something for these criminals because you trust them that they are coming back to make it better for you if you can just endure small. They are talking about those who are taking a subsidy from government of Nigeria. You jump into it because they are talking about petrol subsidy. Do you know what is called dollar subsidy? Do you know that? Do you know what they call the education subsidy? Their children that are schooling abroad, everything, these guys put together different education support programs that are not public. They are not for you. They are not for me. They are for their children and their family. It's there. When you see their children abroad here and there, living in those beautiful houses, of course, they stole money to buy them. They give them those comforts. But you'll be surprised that, indeed, Nigeria still they pay them. Pay their children in America, in Canada, in China, all over the world. Nigeria is still footing the bill. What do you think? How do you think Nigeria do that? By using your dollars, of course. By using any of your forex. More, something that should have been made available for those who are doing businesses, ready to multiply same, Abby. They are using that to fund the lifestyle of their different family members. A lot of them. It is like a privilege. Once you join that clique, they will tell you, sure, you want to go and study. If you want to go and study in Saudi Arabia, I know something. Let me call a so person. They will give you the package. All of these are what actually drain Nigeria. But they made you believe that removing fuel subsidy is what is crashing Nigeria. And you gladly take it. You took it enough that when they offered no alternative, you don't care. Because according to you, you are sacrificing. It's a little sacrifice you have to make. You are looking at your own, you are looking at your child unwell, and you are unable to pay the medical bill. Something that you could ordinarily pay before is so hard now that it breaks your heart. That you have to seek help for little things that you could do yourself. Now you have life and death in between all of this, right? And you're still telling yourself that, it's a little sacrifice you have to make. For people, those who are asking you to make the sacrifice, they don't give a shit. They don't give a damn about you. And you are angry that somebody is telling you that. You are angry. So they are doing their things. They are, living their life. You will be reading it in the news. The Nigerian Senate approved car. They approved so billion naira to buy a car. They approved so billion this and that. You read that and you read all these things and you just, you just move away like it's nothing. Of course, anything that will make you feel better. But the bottom line is that you can't wish bad governance away and say it's going to probably not affect you. It will. And this is just at the beginning. Okay. Currently, Kolu is in France. And indeed, before he left for France, for financial impact summit, something. Somebody that went there for his own medical treatment, Abi. But it's okay. You will never know. Right? Because they owe you no explanation. They owe you nothing. In fact, a lot of you will probably say, well, they don't have to say anything. So before he left, they brought Bill Gates. And guess who brought Bill Gates? The #1 beneficiary of subsidy in Nigeria, the highest beneficiary of the Nigerian government subsidy ever in Nigeria history. Dangote, the quota system Nigeria billionaire. So he was there with Bill Gates. Same way, he invited the same Bill Gates when Bokwari took power in 2015. And I remember that time when Lagos Abobakus, the Buhari danced Buhari Diderins. See, Bill Gates has visited Nigeria. He's visiting the best president. Nigeria will soon be great. Avigbati Bokwari traveled to America to go and sign a deal for GMO. What is it they call that? All this GMO thing. Genetically modified, whatever. You shall know what I'm saying, Shabi. They said they were looking for where to dump them. People of Yoruba land, people of Nigeria, place where people they grow their own food naturally, became a country that can no longer grow food to feed their own people. And the coming of Bill Gates to Nigeria, the man that is famous for all this genetic, this generic, that, all this nonsense. If you read about Bill Gates, you will realize that when they say the kind of money where we say go make you feel like but he says the philanthropist, Babako philanthropist will share so my brother. The world has updated enough that when you see the likes of Bill Gates as friends to Dangote, you should be scared. Like really, really scared. Because when the criminals in Nigeria who don't give a damn about you, if the money is good, then the deal is okay. And the likes of Dangote, the quota system child of Nigeria, being friends to Bill Gates, and coming to Nigeria, seeing Kolu, the heroin traffic drug lord, as president, shouldn't be anything to trigger happiness. But again, waiting Maiyegun know. Only just to talk and talk and talk and talk. But when waiting Maiyegun talk begin to happen, they will say, but Maiyegun, it's okay. We know that what you said is, but let us just pray. You and who they pray. At that time you say, I come from a CAC Agbala Atura. If you want pray, why you not go CAC Agbala Atura? Ori Okeko Seunti. Go to all those mountains where people they pray for a living. There are people who do prayer for a living. You are trying to pray for Nigeria. Show about me, share. When we tell you about these people, they say when you see people, when they show you who they are the first time, believe them. Don't go around and begin to think maybe God will change them. Maybe you don't know. God, people with that kind of mindset. We know them. You want to tell yourself they are not. Who they say they are? So, well, anyway, they shall met with Kolu. And I don't know. I don't feel good about it. And it's only time that will tell. Watch this.
Okay. So tag along with him. Okay. Tag along with him. Okay. Sorry.
congratulate him once more.
Hi, how are you? Good. Great to see you. Thanks for meeting with me.
Politico, good to see you. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome.
And also committing to do more and to help congratulate him once more for his successful election into this office, and also to brief him of what Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and Aliko Dangote Foundation have been doing in Nigeria, and also committing to do more and to help Nigeria so that our health sector will keep improving, which will turn out to be better for the whole citizens of the country.
So specifically, what should Nigerians been expecting from these two great foundations?
Well, Nigerians have been getting quite a lot. All what they have to start expecting is to expect more. We expect more from the government in terms of cooperation, and we'll also do more on our side.
Okay. How do you see the climate being opened up by the president? Talk about the new forex regime and all of that.
All is great. Things are, going well. We even congratulated him on the removal of subsidy, and I think he's doing a great job.
Àtisebo, àtisete, àti ń parọ́ tipẹ́, àtisete, tìtó òdìmú òdodo òsì mọ́, àtisete, kágbádé fálárì, àtisete, kágbẹ̀bí fálárì, àtisete, adájọ́ ń parọ́ torí owó, àtisete òdìlú ń parọ́ nítorí ipò, àtisete, èdò gbówó ń tẹ́, àtisete, ìjà ń jà aráàlú, àtisete.
I decided to play you those clips, right? So to just see if me no get good eardrum. Bill Gates, a once upon a time richest man in the world, visiting Nigeria is not because of any investment in Nigeria. Two richest people. Did you hear Dangote talking about Dangote Foundation? The biggest black nation on earth. And once upon a time, the richest man in the world. Cannot tell you how much of his own business or people where he has business interest, how much of such investment are currently in Nigeria. No. He's going to tell you about polio. It's going to tell you about measles. It's going to tell you about they are planning to help the poorest and the poorest in Nigeria. But you know something? The areas where they are helping the poorest and the poorest people with these NGOs, they are the areas that are mostly the dangerous places where the terrorists, armed terrorists, are actually killing people. And we've discovered that a lot of these NGOs in Nigeria coming to say they want to go and help people, poor people in northern Nigeria, they are mostly the people who are doing the gun running, sponsoring all the terrorists and the terrorism. Because, the terrorists may tell you they want your land, they want to make you a Muslim. But behind all that facade is that the exploration, the mindless stealing of Nigeria natural resources. There are already reports on that too. I'm not making it up. Let's see if he's back. Can you hear me? Is my sound still back or still working? I want to be very sure just before I continue, okay? The fight against AIDS, the fight against Ebola, the fight against malaria, Those are the things they are going to Africa to say they are doing. And you will see all of them from everywhere. From there, we have been doing this Red Cross. We have a clinical frontier for the people, clinical for the reward refugee, and so and so for the water for poor people, clinical education for the poor, clinical refugee rights, clinical rights from America, from Australia, from China, from everywhere. We discovered that the more you have all of these people in all these areas, the more escalated some of these crises and these armed killers, the more deadlier they have become, the more people's lives are disrupted because of the natural resources in their area. Cause war, chase them away, make it look like government cannot even come there, begin to do the extraction, begin to steal whatever you can steal, and then just make it look like something. Tell me, how much is Bill Gates' investment in Nigeria? I mean, he's a Nigerian friend, I mean. And tell me, what exactly did Bill Gates say is coming to contribute to Tinubu's presidency in Nigeria? He wants to come and help you fight malaria. We need to end malaria by the end of 2030. We must fight climate change before the end of 2050, or else the whole world is going to disappear by 2050. We need to go and study some areas in Africa. We need to study some people in Africa to use them as a specimen of what we are studying that is going to happen in 2080. And not the madness. But your politicians, shame on Isha day. Wait till you talk say you won't come do. We are here to come and, about climate. You know what I mean? We want to come and talk about all of this, all of your cars, all of your engines. If you continue to use petrol and diesel, the whole world is going to disappear in 20 years. All of us are going to just die because we are hurting the heart. We are destroying the climate and all of the campaigns around it. Politicians in Nigeria don't give a damn. Statistically, the number of emission is this, what do they call that thing? May I go find their fancy word they normally use for this climate change? It's like the gas emission. No, it's not gas emission. The CO2 emission. Oh, you shall know what they talk. They said that it's all these industries. We need to go electric. The UK, we need to go electric. We need to save this and that. But statistically, the industrialized countries in the world, that every day, when they talk about, say, like, no, they go off abroad, it simply means abroad don't call, they are generating electricity every minute, 24/7. To generate that, you are going to be emitting so many other gaseous things when you are doing that generation. You see, as a day here where electricity day here, so there are so many turbines all over the UK that are releasing their different. So they say they want to cut it down. Now they're supposed to cut down. Now here you have factories. When they did all the statistics, Africa we no get lights, especially Nigeria, we no get electricity, no get anything. The amount of waiting Nigeria, in the old Nigeria, as you are big as you are, the amount of waiting you they release as your own gas, be waiting smoke, it no reach, let's use figure, okay? For example, if they say UK is releasing 30% of this gas, whatever we are releasing, dangerous for health and for this art. China no send anybody. China, they release ×2 what the rest of the world is using, apart from America. China, America, and the rest of the world. But you see all the people who come from those countries, from China, with all this industrialization, massive place. America, Agbayami Yami Luo, the greatest country on earth. When you come to industrialization and their factories and their, Baba, waiting then they release. People from those places will now go to Nigeria, Africa. We don't get any meaningful impact in this conversation. No. They won't go study why Africa people too strong. How come all of you now, you're not supposed, I mean, why can't you still be like human being? They won't come studying you. Say, oh yeah, go green. We need to go green to save the world. So politicians in Nigeria, what's it concerned with go green or no go green? Shame on it. Pay us. Go and do whatever you want to do in Nigeria. I mean, it's a common sense thing, though. It's a common sense thing for you to just feel like, this ain't no add up. It don't make sense. So, what exactly is Bill Gates doing in Nigeria? What exactly? He won't come fight the environment, climate change. To all of you, maybe say, what to concern you right now is actually how to feed, survive tonight, so that you can wake up tomorrow morning. And that is none of their business. They are coming to help you. Handouts, we'll go give them money. Somebody said that two powerful rich men in the world. In America, they have a system that has created opportunities where the likes of Bill Gates, they are everywhere, who make their money legitimately. And they're actually really helping and impacting and improving human development, so to say. But in Nigeria, you have chances. The other one where they wear Babari, Dangote. I am so proud that I'm a Nigerian. The country that the richest black man come from, is proud that the richest black man come from Nigeria. The quota system billionaire. Yeah? Even ordinary you will no get sense. Yeah, I'm talking to you. You, will they proud because Dangote richest man, Dangote refinery, Dangote nonsense and that and all that, yeah? Even you will not get sense, because anybody will get sense not go talk like that. But I'm talking to you. Shem, why are you looking your side? I said you know yourself. Yes, you. As senseless as you be, sir, ma. If they give you the privilege, then give Dangote. You go there richer than Dangote. It is called quota system. If you can sit as a day, as a day like this, if I can pick up my phone and say, or just say hello, Emefiole, sorry, can I get $2 billion? So, do you have up to $2 billion? So how much they grant? I say, have you spoken to the president? I don't have to. Just forward my message to the president. Tell him say they asked for $2 billion. Put the package together. Shall you get? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. For the good of our black people, yes, we have $2 billion. Which you want to can do? There's this business I'm thinking. I want to build refinery. God bless you, sir. You want to build refinery? You will need more than $2 billion. Oh. I know. I just want to pretend I have money, so that the people I want to borrow money from, they can know that I have $2 billion, that I am ready. That's not a problem then. That's not a problem, sir. That's not a problem. I can raise it with the president and say, you are interested in building refinery, sir. Yeah, tell him that I... So possibly it was like, yeah, okay. Dangote, if you want to build a refinery, you need more than $2 billion. You need like 10 billion. Say you get 10 billion. Say I can say 10 billion. Dangote, you can get anything you want. Just tell us how much we will get for the whole thing. Just we'll discuss. And that's exactly how they run Dangote. A monopolistic, opportunistic, waiting a day there again. Chancer. Even person will not get sense can become the richest black man in the world from Nigeria. Just go and check his business ethics. Go and see how much of it, indeed, that only him can actually get away with. Not you, not me, not anybody. So that one now went there. He said they went to go and see Tifnumbu because of a foundation. Dangote, do you know how many people Dangote Foundation accept? Maiyegun. Let's leave out the sentiment. I understand what you are saying. But what I'm saying is that even the Bill Gates Foundation, do you know it's this Bill Gates Foundation that gave me the education support I went that took me to America. It was Gateway Foundation that gave me the education scholarship. All those laws, they create them. When a proper system in America, are you listening? Or in any other working country, maybe I shouldn't use America. You wouldn't need a foundation from a bogus billionaire as a good thing, to say, oh yeah, for whatever is taken from us, from all of the businesses that have to die for him, for all of that personalized favor that he gets, that gives him that advantage. At least he's giving us, he's giving people like us opportunity to go and study abroad. He's the one giving people like us opportunity to be able to feed. Thank God to Dangote Foundation is the one that actually paid for the medical bills of over 5,000 people in a country of 200 million people. Is the greatest philanthropist. Do you know how many people he changed his life? Do you know how many people that he is paying and is working for? In a free country, you could have produced thousands of Dangote who make their money legitimately, and they contribute to that country like you have in America. Everybody makes their money legitimately so well that people who make them legitimately more, they are more than criminal politicians who are unproductive, or those who are their cronies, benefiting from their patronage, which doesn't serve the interest of anyone but themselves, like you have in Nigeria. I just thought I should say that, you know. And Kolu is in France, just in case if you are asking. See the eyes, man. So they were prepping him because he want to go and attend one financial impact summit. That's the summit. And in the media they already saying, 4 presidents, 4 head of state from around the world want to meet with Tifnumbu. Like, what would that actually change in what you are currently, facing in Nigeria? The British High Commissioner to Nigeria was at the shitty man's office too, to praise Tifnumbu and say, Tifnumbu has, this bold step that he took, we need to give him chance. We need to give him time so that Tifnumbu, the impact of what he did can come back positive. Britain is telling you that Tifnumbu's policy is good. You are happy and you want to go to bed. I live in Britain, by the way. Are you with me? And if I tell you that you are done for, it's like the Garden of the Ark. Everybody is coming in to come and ask, the thing where would they take from here? Say we go keep up. And also we need more. Please, we need more for our people too. You go get them. Say you go get her. Then when you see the media, what do you tell them? You always talk like this British ambassador in Nigeria.
And I was in London last week. I was briefing my ministers, but I was also talking to British business in the finance, banking, investment sectors. And they are responding very positively to these first decisions. We know that there are tough times that are going on at the moment, inflation and unemployment. And the Vice President and I also touched on some of the measures that might be possible to cushion the blow of some of these economic pressures. But I think the big issue is that these reforms help put Nigeria on a higher growth path. They will attract more investment, and the United Kingdom and the City of London sees Nigeria as a big opportunity going forward.
Let the poor breathe.
Let the poor breathe. British High Commissioner to Nigeria, the one where you hear from, so he knows that if you want to take a decision in the UK and you call it a reform, any reform that you want to take in the UK, you must consider the people that reform is going to affect. You must embark on months of public education, enlightenment of how people will get help once that policy comes to effect. That British commissioner, that British High Commissioner is saying that he believes in reform of Tifnumbu that nobody can actually pinpoint or explain. And he's telling the media that Tifnumbu's reform policy, what reform? Which reform? He knows there's no reform anywhere. But at least they are like sound word, lovely word. Reform. The reform. Once the reform begin to come together, on security, the reform. What is Tifnumbu's reform on security? That Asari Dokubo and the rest of them, they are going to help Tifnumbu to end oil bunkering, stealing of crude oil. Is that the security reform? The education reform. If UK government announce tomorrow and they say we can no longer fund education and therefore the student loan this and that, we are changing the rules because it's like everybody is just taking it. We need to set the rules and we want to use Nigeria template. The same template Nigeria is about to use, the Tifnumbu template. Can the UK government try that in the UK? Can they? They no fit. They no bond them. But when they cross this country, when they go to Africa, they begin to sound to all of you like say they actually care about you. They don't. They don't give a damn. Hungry Nigerians, frustrated Nigerians, depressed Nigerians, brutalized Nigerians, oppressed Nigerians. They are like people who are waiting to die. You don't celebrate when you see vultures hanging and hovering about. You don't celebrate. German ambassador, they said we are going to work with. Do you think German ambassador care about you? Do you think Germans care about you? Do you think British care about you that much? Everybody is gathering to look for, where food day? Which one, where day? We enter. Everybody want to enter, take whatever they can take by being so dishonest. And when they return to this country, they tell their government things are very bad in that country. They will begin to ask for visa. Let's ban this, let's ban that. They do all of this, but when they come to Africa, when they face you, they talk like say they care about you, and you believe them. They are laughing with you, right? They know that once your country goes up in smoke, you want to come to their own country. So they run back here, make laws, make policies that make it harder for you to ever leave. You can't come to our country. We love your country. Your government is doing fine. NSAS, they killed the people. Do you think the rest of the world didn't know that? That a drug lord rigged himself and is your president. Do you think they don't know that? You want to talk about immorality? With people who are coming around to see what they can take from you? When taking your resources are not enough, they started taking us, human resources. Have you not noticed? Modern day slavery, visa. I'm an example of those who are actually meant to add value, genuine to Nigeria. They have been chased away. We have been chased away. So why? They look at this, no, we don't give you visa. They look at this one. They say, when you are filling up your visa, they want you to tell them, if you have any medical problem, if you have any criminal record, all of these are just like a deceiving. What they call deceiving through the and say, oh, we need we need people with special skills to go out to come to our country, because what? We will make use of you there. They don't need you here. But hey, whatever your government is doing, they are doing great. We are supporting them. We will work with them. Germany will do everything to make sure that the Nigerian people enjoy. No, When Germany takes whatever resources they can take, they go on to the human beings and say, what about these ones? Those ones are doctors. Oh, they are doctors. Doctors. We need doctors, okay? Hello? Guten Abend. I say, yeah, guten Abend, doctors. Guten Abend, doctor. Nigeria doctor. Yeah, I say, yeah. Oh, yeah, give Nigerian doctors visa and residency. And citizenship. We need doctors. So yeah, Nigerian doctors. Germany lotun launching you. Now Germany they go now. Anybody will be doctor. We won't go Germany now. Now easy peasy. Thank God, my God. I appreciate you what you have done for my family, for my life. Thank God that I am a doctor. If not because they say I be doctor, I don't go to Germany. I won't be a German citizen today. But Germany is going to stand with those that made Nigeria impossible for you, even though you are a doctor. German ambassador. You are doing. They say, did you hear what British Prime Minister said about our president? No, I haven't seen it. He don't law. Baba. As you are doing now, number one, like they were praising Bokwari then. The Prime Minister said, when he met with Ashiwaju, when I met with Bokwari, the Prime Minister said, he has never met any intelligent man ever. Nigerians are so lucky. Nigerians are so lucky to have a Bokwari said by the UK Prime Minister that is developing different bogus visa just to take whatever they can take from Nigeria. Wait till we they say, come, we'll give you visa. Come here, come and fill up this place. We'll give you visa. Yeah, come here. When they are done with you, when they be like, wait, if you like say this one, they did too much now. You know what? No, you are abusing the visa we are giving you. We don't want to give you the visa anymore. No, you have abused it. Don't come again. Modern slavery. You have never thought about this like that, Abi, have you? You haven't. That's what it be now. Or MaiyegunsDiary Politico. Now, wait till you never think before. I mean, I go make you begin to think and say, more. We really Maiyegun you. Maiyegun, you get me. You get me. That one where you talk, enter. That one enter. There has never been any world leader that has met Nigeria leader and say, why are you guys so useless? My ambassador said, you guys are criminals, useless. I don't want to have a chat with you. My country is being bombarded with your people. You guys should go back and fix your country. You will never see that anywhere, ever. They will tell you, say your government is doing wonderfully well. Now you go call the wonder, say, which wonderfully well? I mean, you did craziness, These people are evil. You are telling us that they are doing fine. They are doing well. Trump didn't. Somebody said Trump did. Trump, you know, out of that Trump, now eavesdrop, things where you say to yourselves. Trump was doing like this at the back of Bokwari after collecting over $500 million from him. He was doing like this. It was when Bokwari was gone that Trump now told these people and said, I thought you said you are bringing a president. They said, now, we are bringing he said, don't ever bring that lifeless person to me again. Ever. I don't want to meet such lifeless person again. But on camera and everything, when they want to collect money, he came with money. They collected his money. When he left, he started reading about what Trump said about him. When Trump was talking about Nigeria, called Nigeria a shithole. Nigeria was the only place, not the only place he called shithole. It was also a chat within their meeting. And he said that, all these people from all these shithole countries, places like this, like that, Nigeria. And he mentioned Nigeria. Because he mentioned Nigeria, now that one go viral. How dare you call us shithole? How dare? Now, so we fought, see, that I remember, we fought ourselves on social media, trying to say, she not lie. She Nigeria no be shithole.
Nigeria is a shito. Well, you shouldn't be saying that. All of us should not let anybody tell us that we are a shito, even though we are a shito. As you are angry because somebody has called you shito, but you know you are a shito. So they don't do that, Baba. If you listen to American, what do you call it? American ambassador to Nigeria at the time, Bokwari was this or that, except for Pompeo. Pompeo that kept saying that Christians are being killed in Nigeria. Christians are being killed in Nigeria. But yeah, that's fear. Using Trump as an example is a good one, where at least for the first time we read things that came from the real people themselves, not like their media. So yeah, that's kind of close. But it's not a kind of a good example, by the way, right? And now, remember that one that David Cameron called us the fantastically corrupt country. It wasn't something he was going to say, right? He was having that chat with the Queen. Yeah, and he said, and he dropped and said, Nigeria is such a fantastically corrupt country that what is being stolen from Nigeria, if that should happen in the UK will bankrupt in a year. And then he said, but they have a new leader now. And this new leader, Buhari. So that was when they were like introducing him to Buhari at that meeting. It was when Buhari first came in, by the way. But yeah, they say all these things. They know Nigeria. They know how corrupt Nigeria is. They know the corrupt criminals. Sometimes when they read their news and they say, oh, you know that corrupt minister? Well, it's like it's so connected that it's likely going to be part of the next government as well. This is how they deal. These are their men. The compromise they have on all your criminal leaders, they come from those they know. So which means they know them. But they come out and tell you, your government, once if your government do this, it's going to be fine. And you believe them. That's my point too. You believe them. Yes, it's called hot mic moment. Yeah. It's like a drop off. I say, I wouldn't say that publicly. No, I wouldn't say that officially. But they do know these politicians. They know them. They call us Shito. Shito. Who you be before? You be asshole. Or both. No be so? So yeah, Britain went to Nigeria to tell you that Tinubu's reform is coming to help you. And I want to tell you that he lied to you. And they will always lie to you. These are people who are there for one thing and one thing only, for the interest of their country. Anything they can get from Nigeria, they are to report back and tell their country what they can take from Nigeria. So if it requires them to meet your government, they will come and meet your government. Next, do some photo ops, make it look like country to country, but it's absolutely not about you, positive or anything. It's what they can, anything where they offer you, whatever they offer you in this regard is like a Greek gift. It comes with conditions. There are some of you who are not ready to read by just except for just clicking there, accept. So when they tell you they are coming to reform this or that, they are lying to you. I hope you remember that. And to those students from Uniben, from Edo, I don't know how the news is to all of you, but if you are returning back to your school in the next session, your tuition, as I have been told, has now jumped to over 170,000 naira. You will be the first set of people that are going to test run the student loan. Now we can't give experience about the student loan, and some of you who probably won't be able to, won't be able to get that. You will have to come and give us your testimony on how you are handling your dropout of school. And like I said, this is not to mock you. This is to tell you, right, that elections have consequences. And when evil people are in government, bad leaders, the effect of bad leadership is not limited to those who don't support them, even those who support them. Now, Edo, Benin, they are already adjusting to the new Nigeria before Tinubu's reform. will take a full circle. It is only in Edo. Well, it's not only in Edo. In Edo State right now, there is nothing like a 5-day school anymore. If they haven't started, they probably are already preparing you for it. They've already made the announcements. Monday to Friday, going to school is not important anymore. Monday to Friday, going to work, they won't come out them now. So you will now go to work for just 3 days or 4 days a week. You will now send your children to school 3 days a week, not 5 days anymore. If you get rich, if you get money, rich Peking or rich man Peking, all of these conditions are not applicable to you. You can go to private schools and you still maintain all of that normal. If you can pay, if your papa and mama can pay, no wahala. But if you want to go public school, university, state, at first you must think twice if you can afford it. The second one is that you have option 3 days a week for schooling, 3 days a week for working, and because of this, no con dey dream no reason say you work for 3 days, they go pay you minimum wage 30,000 naira. No reason The reason is because Edo State said they cannot afford to pay up on all of their own bills as a government, salary, at the same time building infrastructure and funding it. With the future they are seeing, never they begin to adjust. So if you work for 3 days, how can you work collect salary? Okay. 3 days. If you work for 12 days, no reason to say they won't pay you salary of 30 days. So what that simply means is that they have increased the minimum wage of workers in Edo State, for example, to 40,000 naira. By the way, Edo State is one of the states that has actually started acting on what is still to come. And if nothing is done, genuinely, if all the stealing don't stop, it didn't stop, if all of this RNG authority stealing, if they don't stop it, Edo people, Obaseki, the guy that first raised the alarm that Nigeria has been printing money because Nigeria is broke. Nigeria has nothing left to actually show that it is a country that can survive on its own, but secretly they have been printing money. The same Obaseki, don't tell Edo people more who are just, of course, we'll increase the minimum wage. We know everything don't high now, cost. But to make it work for all of us, you don't have to work for us. If you're working for government, you don't need to work for 7 days a week, maybe 5 days. 3 days don't do. So use the rest of the days, go do something else to make money, to help your family. So that you won't say you are working for government and then the money we are paying you is too small. Because number one, we can't really pay you good money anymore. This is us being honest. And at the same time, Nigeria can no longer, this money, even if we eventually pay you, this money, this your take-home pay, cannot take you home. So 3 days don't do. Don't kill yourself for us. Don't kill yourself for government. Go find something else where you feel do to make money, to help your family. Edo State is what they have just done now. They nobody say they are trying to bring any economic, nobody just want to be economic genius or anything. No, the reason I'm saying maybe they are doing one economic. No. Now the layman economy, the one we say if you get 10 naira, you spend 5 naira, now 5 naira remain. Oh. If you get 20 naira, you spend the 15 naira there, baba, now 5 naira remain. Oh. If you get 15 naira, you spend 15 naira, baba, now 0 remain. Oh. Look at the reason any economy says that talk say because you have this credit, that credit, you can use this, you can still borrow money to pay it and all of that. Now I do people they tell people say, it don't read though. So for your children going to school, if you go to public school in Edo State, now 3 days a week now. So if there's anywhere we are charging your children for school fees, you can negotiate with us now, since they know they spend 5 days again. So parents go to school and say, listen, how much is school fees? And they say your children's school fees, secondary school fees, is now 30,000 naira. So what Edo State is now saying is that if you go to that school and say, how much is 3 days a week? How much is 2 days a week? How much is 4 days a week? They will now give you all the price. You have a choice to go and choose what you can afford. Because even person where you work for, instead get choice, how much if you pay. There's no point in overworking yourself and say, I dey work hard. Baba, pension, no, and the rest of that, we go negotiate them too. That's exactly what Obaseki is doing right now. Yeah, pay as you go. Pay as you go work. You know, say pay as you go job, pay as you go school, pay as you go medical care, pay as you go life. Sure you get. Now, what's there to do for Edo State with that right now? And this may sound funny to you. It is what the rest of Nigeria is still going to have to do. You are about to witness something that you'll be like, it will be like, oh, ma, is this really happening? In Kwara State, they were the first to announce that they want to reduce the days of work for workers. So that, go come, they say, now God go judge you. I work for 30 days. You didn't pay my salary. This money you are paying us. This money cannot even take me home. And I go judge you. In order for you not to collect salary and begin to call Ogun Oya and the rest of them, they are already saying, see, you don't need to work too much for us. We don't get money to pay. If you get anything else you want to do, come and talk to us. In this Monday to Friday, which one you want to do? Monday, Wednesday, Friday? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? Can't choose, so go to do the rest where you want to do with yourself and help your family. That is exactly where you are all still going. You might say it's something good. No, it's called austerity measure. So that it gives them the advantage to say, this is how much we want to pay you. And you have no choice to take it. If you come to me and I say, oh, I will pay you 40,000 naira. And you're like, 40,000 naira in this Nigeria, let me check and please, 40,000 naira cannot help me in this Nigeria. Say, Baba, wait. Now 40,000 naira I get. Okay? I'm not asking you to spend all your day and work for me. I can't afford that. I can't pay anybody working all the time for me. I can't. Now only 3 days. So you would then have to go to this. This one will say, now only 2 days I get. Now only 2 days I will pay for. Anything what you want to do for me, now 2 days I will pay for. And at 10,000 naira. So what you will now end up have to do is that you have 3-4 jobs that indeed cannot even feed you. So you have to combine it and say, once I finish from that one, on this, I they go do cleaning like we they do for abroad. Though. The only difference is that if you dare work 3 jobs abroad, except if you have Ogun delay. You know that one we did talk say Ogun delay, financial indiscipline. That we end up and say, now Ogun delay, Baba, I make so much money. I they do about 5 jobs. Baba kilo day chauffeur para any. Kilo day. Are you so oje clothing pelowo ni oje shulowo ni? You the whole devil. When say if you no pay, you go come on your life. You escape from Nigeria. You they do about 4-5 jobs. So shogun laye ni. Baba, I did do 5 jobs. I have nothing to show for it. What happened, sir? 5 jobs. See. Number one, you must be mad. You do 5 jobs. You know, you don't have anything to show for it. Kilo day. Because I have spiritual problem. They say I have Ogun delay. Of course, Ogun delay. But it is a pure financial indiscipline anyway. But if you do that here, 2 jobs, 3 jobs, you must be chasing something. Whether they don't go buy, you don't go buy land for a swamp. What is not a I'm trying to build a project in Nigeria, so I'm working hard. All right. Which kind of project do they build for Nigeria? Where they do 3 jobs, 4 jobs abroad? They don't go sell them ile nuira. They don't go sell them swamp. You go use the first job to raise money for the filling of the land. And then I know like that, anyway. But which means if you do 3 jobs, you must be building house in Nigeria. You must be building something that is taking all your money. And that what is taking your money must be so huge. You can do 5 jobs in Nigeria, Baba. And you go see they say, this is urgent 2K. Say, but you dey work now, eh? You dey work every now and then, but you never get money. You have too much problems, eh? You know they will tell you that. They will say, eh? The reason why you are, the reason why you don't have any money is because look at yourself. Look at, there's too much problem in your life, eh? The money you have, the job you are doing is not even enough for you. Look, you don't go born to Peking. Now you will consider and say, I don't get sense, yeah. Not true, I don't get sense. Eh? What did they worry me? Why I go born to Peking? Well, I know I cannot even feed myself. How many of you have found yourself in that situation, by the way? You are not jobless, oh. You have work, oh. Every day you dey work, oh. People know you that you have job, oh. But everybody that knows you know that you know they get money. You are always broke. You're always borrowing money. You get job, oh. Don't be saying you dey jobless, oh. If you are jobless, we understand that. But they know, they are now telling you that if to say you get sense, you know go you know, go give your wife belly. Why are you? I mean, you should not. So they make you feel like you're a jobless person, even though you get job. Because what you are earning, you know it cannot take care of you. So you are doing 2-3 jobs, and you're still going to keep asking people for help because these guys have made policies that will continue to make those efforts of yours worthless. Even though they are telling you to, okay, keep on. My brother, keep on. Let's say if you are going through hell right now, you should keep going. Even me, they tell people, but I don't know what the meaning is. Because if we use the normal meaning, I go through hell, I should keep going. Yeah, I mean, the motivational speakers, they will tell you, whatever you are going through in life, my brothers and sisters, I want you to stay strong. Winners don't win. Winners are not quitters. They say winners don't quit. Quitters don't win. If you are going through hell, my brother, continue going. Don't turn back. Don't turn back. Show monkey ni. Those who raised me, they told me, say, if you front no discontinue. No, I'll go find the English. Hang on, give me 1 second. I'll go find the right English. If you forward, no they walk again. Wait till rewind day 4. If to say now forward, all of us must be happy. Then wait till they use rewind for. So that simply means that you know, where they raised me, they said, you know, you stop at every junction of your life. You reflect. When you reflect, sometimes you will tell yourself and say, "Oh, you see this trajectory, you see this part where they go. Nobody go deceive. If people they deceive me, I don't even deceive myself. You know that moment you say, "Oh, this way where they go, I go perish, Shani. I want to turn back. I go." Where they raised me, they said, if you don't know where you are going anymore, everything done properly, you have no idea what you should do because you don't know how to go forward. You don't even know where you are going anymore. The people that raised me, they said, at least I should not forget where I am coming from. I dey go Porter. I reach Worry. Road scatter. I don't know the way to Porter again. I don't know the way to where they come from Ijebu, Ojogbolu. They said the right thing, if I don't know where they go again, at least I should remember where they come from. A reverse one. And that's exactly how I run my life, so to say. So, the choice is for us to make. And if you have it, if you need a template of what is still coming, what they are doing in Edo should give you an idea. So, if anybody tell you to keep going in hell, that Nigeria is suffering you, majority of the motivational speaker, they are like your pastors. Every now and then, or your religious, this and that, they will tell you, if you are going through hell, keep going. But they themselves, then they pad up for anything where they come. Iwama dirao.
Pastor, oko ọlọ́pàá ń ṣọ́ pastor. Àwọn ọmọjọ sticker ló ń ṣọ́ wa. Àṣé kò rí pé orí wa ti burú. Ìwọ má dira o, ìpápá ẹ̀rọ àrùnrin. Jẹ́ ká wà ní báìbù tó ń jẹ. Kò jẹ́ gbèsè àgbẹ̀tò àbí kò gbẹ́rì tí kò gbè tí abẹ́ jòkó tẹ̀rà. Gbẹ́rì tí bá yọ píù. Àwòyí àárín. Mo mọ̀ ní pé wà nínú báìbù pé ìgbà tó fẹ́ mú Jésù kọjá ní àárín òun ògèrí Jésù. Kí ni Jésù lò? Àfẹ́ rí ló lò. Ìwọ má dira, ayé bàjẹ́.
Advice in here is not an abuse. So it's all up to all of us. Elections have consequences. And the consequences like this are pretty much meant to be acknowledged. You need to acknowledge it. Acknowledge this, and hopefully we will stop living in that fool's paradise. Tinubu doesn't mean well for Nigeria. Stop making shit up for him. Stop pretending and making it look like he's different than the rest. No, none of them is. You will receive the Shege banza. You will learn how to get used to it. A lot of you will hope. Now, some said, what do you want us to then do? You know what to do? You have more money. You know what they say in Yoruba? The pikin we no receive proper beating. Go turn around and say waka. Go punish you. To the person who beat him. If the samba enter body properly, ejolu mamashi. You don't get that. Ejo, please, sir. And that's exactly what the Shege they are cooking. Because it's the ripple effect of it. You don't wish for good governance. You actually fight and install it. Instill it in these criminals. But in Nigeria, Baba, there is no spine. So yeah, we're going to be reading news like that. A lot of you who are hoping that they will create jobs so that you can have a testimony. They are not going to create any jobs for you. No. Because they don't have the capacity to create any job. They can't end poverty. They cannot create prosperity. Their own kind of mindset about prosperity of the people around them. If you want to prosper, come and join us. Let's change your life. My friends, stop ranting on social media. Come here, let's change your life. Let's give you a job. Let's give you a contract. But the bottom line is that the millions of people that are trapped in the poverty they have created, they are also among the people that actually honor and assemble themselves for their campaigns. So if these people are capable of changing people's lives, they would have changed the life of those who love them, those who are fighting and then, defending them. But look at the lives of those who are defending them. Look at the lives of those of you who are fighting them. Compare both and tell me, those who will tell you that they will create wealth, they will create jobs. They don't know how to do that. Their own way of creating job is go and bring your CV. Oh yeah, I don't get job. They don't call somebody, they don't give me job for Ministry of Work. They don't give me job for MDA for Abuja. Now because of this person where I know, that's what they call job. What they do is that they help add to the leashes that keep Nigeria and Nigeria resources recycled within the small circle of criminals. That's what they are doing. They don't know how to create jobs. They don't know. See, that is why when they say they want to do electricity, they will speak and speak and speak about how they want to do electricity. Then they will appoint a politician. And they will tell everybody who knows about electricity to go to that politician because he's the minister of power. Then the way they appointed as minister of power is interested in making money. So he's not interested in power. So at the end of the day, the person who promised you power will come and tell you story. How they are working hard to give you power, but the power is still not coming together. In 2050, you have power. And you believe them. When ordinarily a serious government would have actually what? Give that money and say, do you know how to build electricity? Can you help us build electricity and then share the electricity? Oh yeah, come. This is the money. If you know you can do it, oh yeah, come and take the money. Do the electricity in every part of Nigeria. We're not giving the money to any ministry or any minister. Just go there and take it. Money for electricity, build it, and once we see it, everybody go see it. If you collect our money and say because you're a politician or something, your company collect one, you go jail. Then they will deliver electricity to all of you. All of you. It doesn't matter who is generating electricity. All you need is that your business have the power to run. Your home is running on power. It doesn't. I don't care with the gig. There's a British gas. I've been a Scottish. Who cares? When I need power, I get it. Sure, you get. So, and when you look at all these guys, you realize that they are not even those who are generating the power. They are on this, different stages of this business. But because politicians want to own it, but they still want to tell you that they are working to build power, but they are not. They're not building anything. If you want to build anything, you don't appoint politicians. You give it directly to those who actually build things. I said something about giving money to manufacturers the other day, and some of you were like, "Oh, Maiyegun, that was so brilliant." Of course, it's brilliant. Give money to these manufacturers to improve everything they need to get their business and their industries running. When they begin to make money, they will pay you back your money, the money you gave them. They will give that back to you. They will employ people. They will pay taxes to you. When they make profit, they pay taxes to you. When they make enough money, they employ more people. The more people they employ, the more people who pay taxes to government. It's a win-win situation. But when you gather the money, and you say you are putting up a committee, economic advisory committee. So the economic committee, they will be the one to now give us idea on how to help people who actually create jobs. So the committee chairman, committee member, to maintain them, we need 200 million naira every month to maintain this committee that will advise us on how to help manufacturers to create jobs. Does that even make any sense? Because that's what they do. There's a what do you call it? Economic advisory committee that will advise governments on how to make economy better. Where, I mean, it's exhausting. Sure, you get it is exhausting and sad to raise your hope and make you feel like they actually want to do something, when the whole thing is just a charade. Job for the boys. Yeah, we to quickly clear house. So when you turn around and ask them, they make law. Listen, they said everybody is free to go and generate electricity now. Tinubu have signed the law that they are anybody can generate electricity now and sell it. Give it another 6 years. Another 6 months. Electricity is going to be better in Nigeria. By the time Tinubu use 4 years, there will be everywhere light good day. Same thing they told you about Bokwari. Don't forget about the body language, the body odor that kept electricity running in Nigeria. That people started. The people's drinks were breaking up inside their fridge, not freezer, because Bokwari body odor has fixed electricity in Nigeria. Only for Nigeria Nigeria National Grid to collapse 67 times. Odiremi alone. Somebody will, some people will be like, Maiyegun, I don't know how you are doing it. It's so alone. As in, even reading all these things, seeing all these things, it's exhausting. That's why I'm so surprised. I don't know where some of you are getting this your fake hope from. I still have hope. I still believe that Nigeria is... So they say everybody go and generate electricity. Then that's it. Nothing else. Because it's fraud. It's a lie. Where do you go and get that, where is that genuine policy that says, listen, if you have money to generate electricity, please do. Here is the deal. Okay? We are going to, you know what I mean, like deal with them, and people can go and do that. But if you're interested in building same for us and you need access to funding, please go on to this also website, Central Bank of Nigeria, Power Funding. Once you go under there, as a power or electricity generating firm or company that you want to be, if you have met all the criteria that shows that you are electricity generating company that we want to generate power and distribute it. So if you meet all the procedure and the standard that are expected of you as a company, it doesn't matter where you come from. If you don't have enough money, go to the Central Bank of Nigeria. There is a facility for you there. We just don't want to give this money to politicians anymore. We want the real people to build it. You are going to owe us, but you're going to deliver electricity for us, Abi? Yes, we'll deliver, sir. So yeah, go and take it. No middlemen, no interest, no nothing, just the loan. You will see people, they will come out and access this money. They will build things that your government has been unable to build in years. And you begin to ask yourself, how come they didn't do this all this while? The reason is because they had no intention of doing them in the first place. They will tell you they want to do this one. They will appoint a thief. They say, congratulations, Alaji, Senator Umar so has been appointed as work minister. Oh, I trust him. I know him as a very good man. Very, very, very hardworking. The Nigerian roads, he will fix the Nigerian road. But you know that this man is a retired, is a career thief. So you expect a criminal, a politician, to actually fix your road, fix your schools, and you are looking at them doing same thing again and again, and you are expecting a different result. What's different? New faces, new people doing the same thing, promising you the same thing, only for them to turn around later and tell you, well, we are sorry that we couldn't deliver. Or at least you two self, you are shouting. Why are you shouting? Why are you shouting that we have failed? We didn't deliver. What about that things that we did? There must be something we did. Oh, yeah, tell us what you have done successfully that impacted the lives of people and it is permanent. Show us. So you are saying that we didn't do anything good at all. Papa, tell us what you do. You tell me, they ask me, say, are you saying that we didn't do any good thing at all? Abba. Let's be honest, Maiyegun. At least there must be something good that APC they did. Oh yeah, tell us. Tell me that good thing that APC did that impacted in the lives of millions of people positively and it's permanent. Tell me. There are many now. There are many good things. Shege, this is like 1 million times. I'm asking you to tell me that good thing, and they'll be like, but there must be. I shall know, They cannot be all. Everything cannot be bad. There must be something. Maiyegun think. Can me think. I should be the one cracking my head to see any good thing the APC did. I should be the one. But what about Kenny? What about what? Sorry, Motik Bagbe, I forget. But there are many things, Sha. I know many things that they did. That's the situation you found yourself. They can't tell you. They wish there are. They look at it, it's true. Because every good thing they told them they were doing ended up as scam that hurt them even more. Hurt people, destroy people. What about this one? Hey boy, what about Nigeria here? Finally, you have been here for about 10-15 minutes. APC, any good thing APC did. You came back to come and tell me that they fight corruption. But there are repentant terrorists now. You see, but Nigeria here. But it's some people who don't want Nigeria here to work now. You are welcome to your asylum. It's just not here. Yeah. So I believe that those who actually kind of keep giving that, those kind of excuses and all of that, you know what to tell them, right? You do, because it's not hard to tell. You can't give excuses for people who have career in failure. You can't. Human rights abuses, looting here and there, all these stories, right? They affect people's lives. That's what I'm saying. You cannot become somebody who is struggling to prove that there's something good about them when millions of people's lives that I can give to you without even like cracking my head. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 policies that have destroyed people's lives, people's businesses, divided people, made people poorer, glorified terrorists, glorified thieves. I can tell you them, I can mention names. If I ask you any good thing that impacts the lives of people generally, permanently, as their government, as their party, you can't tell me one. You can't. You will be struggling to at least find one. They failed you. Then you would turn around and say, I just believe that they mean well. I just believe that it's going to come back. I mean, I just believe that he's saying the truth. Oh dear. I know. It is what it is. So I am going to, I'm thinking I should call it a night. The message is passed. Ordinarily, I would take calls. But I'm thinking I should let you go and reflect on this, because I will see you some other time. So thank you for those who stayed back this long. If you haven't really liked the broadcast, please do. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I think, it would be ideal if you do. But if you don't find any of those fancy for you as something you want to do, that's also fine. I want to say thank you for spending your evening with me. In this coming weekend, Yoruba Union, which a lot of us indeed have been part of, all right? We've had a little setback and here and there delay and all that. But delay in our own case is not denial. For those who know us very well, as members of a Yoruba Union, right, we are not here to impress anybody or prove anything to anyone. We are determined to champion the cause of re-education, re-enlightenment, reawakening of our people about our continued involvement or our continued stay in Nigeria, what that means to Yorubas. We want to lead that. We have already started okay? To explain to an average Nigerian why Nigeria should not remain our option. So we have been doing it in our own way without anybody having to stampede us to prove anything to anybody. So to everybody who has been part of this, I have something to tell you. From our own cover and savings, right, we will be reaching out to at least 10 physically challenged Yoruba sons and daughters from this weekend. We are giving them, at least 10 wheelchairs. Yeah, self-help wheelchairs for so many of them who have been immobile but too poor, or should I say, completely abandoned by the system that providing ordinary wheelchair for disabled children in Yoruba land is almost considered as a miracle, a blessing. You know what I mean? Like if you give a child a wheelchair in Nigeria today, he or she is going to consider it as a miracle, a life-changing thing for him or her. That's exactly how poor they have made our people, right? But we will do our best not to, to end such impression, right? When we begin to drive the campaign to support, like it is anyway, that's what we do, to support every member of our society in Yoruba land. So this time around with Yoruba Union, we have some money that we haven't spent, okay? They've been there for a while. Our activities might have not so publicized, right? But our money, our donations, they never go anywhere, okay? And that's one good thing about us. So we have some money that we believe could procure at least 10 brand new wheelchairs that will then go to these selected children. Okay, and I will tell you more this weekend on that. I just thought you should know. All right, I'll tell you more too about other things that are also in the pipeline that I think, as your GO, as the convener of the Yoruba Union, Karo Ojire, Awaomo Karo Ojire, I will begin to get us engaged in our line of activities, including everyone who still want to join us. It's free. You are all welcome. And what we do in Yoruba Union, right, is called, coming together to offer our own help in every area of our existence as Yorubas in this precarious, gloomy Nigeria that politicians have turned Nigeria to. Okay, so that's our little way. We are not in any way to impress anybody. We are not here to be in competition with anybody, but we believe knowledge is power. If people know right, if people know what is right, and they are empowered to know how to chase what is right, if the people's power is re-energized, reinvigorated with right information, education, enlightenment, if Yorubas in Yoruba land, all of you watching me right now in Yoruba land, if we can get to a stage whereby you will agree that Nigeria has dealt us a very, very bad deal, we deserve something better. The criminals parading themselves today as Yoruba leaders, Yoruba elders, or Yoruba politicians in bed with current Nigeria. If the people says they don't want this anymore, there is no army on earth that can change their mind. I, Maiyegun, as the convener of Yoruba Union, with all of the like-minded Yorubas all over the world, we have taken it upon ourselves to do our little by little by little, to emancipate the mindset of every Yoruba, no matter how long it takes. Because we know when people know better, they will demand for better. When they don't know any good, they can ask for better. You are welcome. You can join us on Telegram, Yoruba Union on Telegram. Just go and search for official Yoruba Union, okay, on Telegram, and join us. And you can play your role too. We have our program whereby these vulnerable children, these children of the poor Yorubas, we have a program whereby you as a Yoruba from any part of the world, if you are comfortable enough to accommodate one person, 2 people, our children are going to be available for adoption. Our adoption style is not adopting them to start taking them as your what have you, okay? We haven't gotten to that stage yet. Our adoption style is that we know what every child needs to actually live a normal standard life that help them concentrate on whatever education they are getting, help them provide them proper medical balanced diet, the kind of food that help build their brain cells and to be able to assimilate and take in every information that will help them grow, empowering them. You can help us. We know how much a child will need to get a better education, at least in Nigerian standard. If you join Yoruba Union, you can pick a child, you can pick a family, you can support group of children on your bill. When you check all this out, I can tell you this for free. They are so relatively cheap. So relatively cheap. And we intend to roll this out very soon. All these activities, Yoruba Union, this and that, Yoruba Union, I'm bringing all of those back. And all the leaders of Yoruba Union who are watching me right now, this is you being put on notice. I know I should do it in a better way. Official routes. Oh yeah, everybody get ready. We are about to kick off. Of course, you know we are about to. Now this is me putting everybody on notice so that all of us can go back to our drawing board and deliver something as we always do. So thank you to every one of you tonight. I will see you some other time. Until then, please, you have a good night.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Maiyegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Maiyegun máa wí.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré, wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Maiyegun Diary, Diary Politico.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun number one.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Maiyegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kì Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Maiyegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹ̀rùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.